Well, here I am again. And before you think, where's he been? And he's obviously gone soft, because he's in a caravan. What happened to all that roughy-tufty camping? Well, I have had a bit of a problem the last couple of months. Did myself an injury. Decided I was going to get super fit. Been watching too many of them SAS programs again. So off I went. Even started doing a video blog of it, which I haven't put out. That's because I got into day 5 of it. Well, I say day 5, it was over a period of about 3 weeks, and I got a pain in my calf muscle. And being the sensible sort of fella I was, I ignored it. Not so sensible. Been crippled ever since. Don't know whether it was a tear, a strain, not sure. Seems to be getting better. But anyway, I've had a chance to look back at some of the videos, and I realised one of the problems was the sound. Take a look at this problem I had with the sound. Well, quick interim report. I'm going somewhere sheltered. Run up with a little view. Lost the tape. I'm going to risk leaving the rucksack here, and I'm going to run back down the hill as usual. Now, some people would say I like listening to my own voice. Well, yeah, might be right. So subtitles is not my thing. And there is the odd person out there that might also like to listen to me. Not sure who they are, but so I decided what I'm going to do is just do not a review of this new piece of equipment I've got, because there's lots of really good reviews online. And in fact, what I'm going to show you, if you go on Amazon to buy this from the manufacturer, they actually have a really good informative video about it on there that will explain exactly what it does and how to do it. So the sound, I decided what I needed was what they call a lavalier mic. Now you can get these for like 20 quid. Did I get one for 20 quid? Nah, of course not. Now, I had to go and find what I thought was the best. It's probably not the best because you can spend a lot of money, but I'm not a professional, so I don't need the best. So what I decided to do was I'd get one of these microphone systems, and what we have is a receiver which goes on the top of the camera, and a microphone which attaches to me. And I'm not sure what they call this bit on the top. That comes with it, and you clip it on. If it's a bigger one, it's called a dead cat. I don't like to call it that when my wife's around because she likes cats. Anyway, the idea is to help prevent that wind noise destroying the audio. I will point out one thing about this. I say I'm not doing a review as such, but this clips on to the top of here with just a very tiny little clip, and it's very tricky to get on, and I'm not convinced that it won't blow off should I catch it if I'm moving around, so I'm going to bear that in mind. It does come with 2, so if you lose one you've still got another one. So the idea of this is I plug this into a camera, I clip that on my belt, and Bob's the uncle. I can just waffle away to my heart's content no matter what the weather conditions. But I can't use the normal camera. Now the normal camera that I'm filming this with is a Nikon Coolpix. It's an outdoor camera, very small, compact, but it's waterproof and dustproof, and I have used it at depth. I've used it to look under boats to see where there's problems when we might have picked up something on the propeller. So it's a good camera, but because it's sealed we can't connect a microphone to it. So I had to get another camera. Well, what do I need? I need something that I can plug this into. Now, I didn't want to spend a fortune on cameras. I mean, I don't know nothing about cameras really. Now, I've got 2 good friends and a brother-in-law who know all about cameras. In fact, one of them, he will bore me to tears with tales of cameras and all this technological gobbledygook they come out with. It's a bit beyond me. I am planning to learn a little bit more as I move into my semi-retirement. Anyway, came to the conclusion that what I needed was what they call a bridge camera. And this is like a proper camera, what photographers use, which I am not. And you get your compact camera. And I guess they call it a bridge camera because it bridges between the two. Anyway, what we've got on here is a Panasonic Lumix, and if I could see with my glasses on, it's an FZ230. No, it's an FZ330. I would have put the glasses on, but I'm not as good looking with the glasses on, so left them off. And this camera cost, I think it was about £530. I didn't want to spend £530, but it was the best camera for the job, taking advice from professionals that I consulted, and that I can actually plug this microphone into. And the microphone plugs in and clips on top onto this, whatever they call it. Still not up on the speak, you see. Plugs in there, and all I've got to do is set it up, wander off with this, and no matter what the wind conditions, you should be able to hear me clearly. Now, does it work? Well, the reason I'm doing this today is because it's forecast 70-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm going to go give it a go. It says that this microphone will work up to 70 metres. Now, there's lots of people I've seen testing the microphone, but before I waste my time waffling into the camera on a real video shoot, I want to make sure it works. And I've been a bit of a bugger in the past for not testing things properly before I take them out and then getting into trouble. Well, not this time. So let's get ourselves out there. We'll take a walk up to the woods and we'll see how it does. So I'm all set up, ready to do the test, and this is where Clarky demonstrates puppetry and stupidity of the greatest extreme, because just before I left, picked my rucksack up and walked out the door, I realised I was still wearing my jeans. I can't go out in weather like this in jeans, so I changed them. Now I had the lavalier mics in my pocket. What did I do? Changed the trousers and left them. So, what we're going to do in a situation like that? It's raining, it's cold, and it's a mile to the nearest road. Why am I thinking that? Because I ain't in a giving in mood today, so I'm going to ring my wife, ask her to pick them up and drive to the nearest point I can walk to, which, like I said, is just under a mile away. Then I'm going to come back and attempt to do this test successfully. Okay, back down to the road, get the microphones. I'm going to leave the tarp up. I should be about 40 minutes. I'm working on the assumption that nobody is going to be stupid enough to be out here in this weather and hence probably nick that tarp. So I'll leave it there, fingers crossed. Right, see you in a bit. Wales International Rescue. Right, I'm on. Nearly back, and the good news is tarp is still there. Good thing about this is, what I have learnt is my leg's a little bit better than I thought, so maybe I can resume proper exercise. Okay, let's get back down to this job. It's quite breezy, so I ain't going to be hanging around too long, hopefully. I'm going to just take a walk backwards and see what the audio sounds like with all this wind. I've got the mic. Now the mic itself is a Rode Go 1. A Go 2 you have an extra transmitter where you can wire up 2 people. Costs quite a bit more. I'm always on my own, so I don't need 2. Anyway, I've got it pinned on here. I don't know if it's going to pick up the sound of the jacket crinkling, but let's take a walk over there and see what happens. 70 metres it says. I'm not figuring on walking 70 metres. Not in my luck. If I walk that far away, I'll get lost and lose all my equipment. I think that'll do just for the test. It's probably about 35-40 metres probably. So if this works, that enables me to wander around like some aimless idiot, waffling about whatever comes to mind without having to worry about whether the camera's picking it up or not, and I don't have to spend ages writing subtitles afterwards. So we'll have a look at this and see whether it's worked or not. Well, as soon as I arrived here, first thing I did was set my little tarp up. If it comes bad weather, it'll give me some protection. Well, I say if it comes bad weather, it is bad weather. But if it comes a real downpour, myself and my equipment, we got somewhere to hide. So the tests seem to have gone okay. I've had a look back at the footage. I'm just going to do one more little test. So what I'm going to do is take a walk over there and rabbit away to myself, which I've had a lot of experience at, and see how well this works. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. So what I'm looking for is how it performs in high winds. So test 1, I've walked out to here and the sun's come out and the wind's dropped. So I'm going to walk back that way and wait for something more dramatic to happen. Oh, see how this goes. I'll just keep heading in that direction. Now, as I walk away from the camera, I'm assuming that at some point my body, which is obstructing the microphone, will probably reduce the distance that we can use. We're back here and we've got bugger all because the camera's gone and turned round. Well, would you believe it? So, what didn't we do? I didn't lock the bloody thing off, I think. How do you lock the thing off? I don't know. Lock the thing off. What's that do? What's that windy handle do? Well, that's definitely locked it up, I would have thought. Well, I guess we're going to have to do take two. Yeah, what I'm going to do is keep walking in this direction, and hopefully in about 100 metres, it says 70 this will do, but we'll try and go about 100, you'll still be able to hear me. It's quite windy out here. It's really quite hard. Let me have a look. I think that's about 100 metres. I could run that in 30 seconds. Not 10, of course. Okay, I'll make my way back and see whether that's recorded or not. Sensibly, I could go around the swamp, but then I would be out of shot probably. Just step over here a bit to the left. Over that one there, to the right. I was watching a YouTube video this morning. YouTube channel called Survive the Night. A guy on there, Ant Bone his name is. Great guy, does a lot of work for charity. And his latest video, he threw himself in a river. I mean, well, I say a river, it was a bloody big stream. But I mean, what an idiot, I thought. But there was method in his madness. Because what he was trying to do was demonstrate what to do if you found yourself in that situation. So a bit of a survival video tips there. Well worth watching. Now me, you don't know how much times I've gone backwards and forwards in this rain. Now as far as I'm concerned, that is almost as stupid as throwing yourself in a river. So I'm going to call it a day, pack up, make my way home, and I did promise my wife I'd be back at 12 o'clock and make her a bacon butty. It is now 12:15. I think she's going to go without.